He was 61, a calm, grounded man, retired early, owned his home, still worked out twice a week. Then he met her, 33, radiant, smart, and full of life. At first, everything felt like a second youth. She laughed at his jokes, held his hand in public, told him he made her feel safe. But after a few months, things shifted. She stopped holding eye contact. She pulled away during hugs. She smiled, but her smile felt empty. She spent more time on her phone, always face down, and every time he asked, "Is everything okay?" she just said, "I'm fine." He ignored the signs, until one night he saw the message pop up on her screen, "I wish you were here instead." It was too late. This video is here to make sure that never happens to you. We're going to break down the exact body language signs women show when they're cheating or emotionally gone. If you're a man over 40, this isn't just information, it's protection. Because when you learn to read her body instead of just her words, you gain the power to see the truth, set boundaries, and decide with clarity whether to fix the bond or walk away with dignity. 1. She avoids sustained eye contact. When a woman is in love and emotionally connected, she will naturally make eye contact. Soft, warm, and intentional. The eyes are a mirror of intimacy. They say, "I'm here with you." But when a woman suddenly starts avoiding your gaze, especially during emotional conversations or when you're asking sincere questions, it's not just a random shift. This can be a sign of guilt, internal conflict, or emotional detachment. She may not even be cheating yet, but something in her mind or heart is drifting away. She's uncomfortable. Not because of you necessarily, but because something is happening inside her that she can't or won't express. So she hides it with silence and eye avoidance. For a man, the biggest mistake is to react with anger, accusations, or panic. Instead, see this behavior as an emotional warning light. Stay grounded, observe, then respond with calm leadership. Ask her gently, "You seem a bit distant lately. Is something on your mind?" Or, "I notice you're avoiding eye contact when we talk. Is there something you're holding in?" These questions invite honesty without pressure. When you stay calm, non-reactive, and masculine in your presence, you give her a safe space to open up. Remember this: avoiding eye contact isn't always lying, but it's always telling you something. The key is to listen without words and lead with clarity and strength. 2. Her physical touch becomes rare or robotic. One of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication in a relationship is physical touch. When a woman feels connected, loved, and emotionally safe, her touch is natural, warm, playful, even spontaneous. She'll hug you just because, rest her hand on yours, or lean on you during quiet moments. But when her feelings start to fade, or if she's emotionally attached to someone else, her touch dries up or feels forced. Hugs become quick. Kisses feel like a duty. She pulls away when you try to cuddle. Her body becomes stiff, distant, or mechanical, as if she's physically present, but her heart isn't there anymore. This shift in physical intimacy is a major red flag that many men ignore until it's too late. Don't chase her. Don't beg for affection. Instead, observe without judgment. Then create a space to reconnect emotionally, because physical distance is usually a reflection of emotional disconnection. Start by bringing warmth and presence back into small moments. When you touch her, do it with intention, not frustration. Take her on a walk, dance slowly with her in the kitchen, or gently kiss her without expectation. If she responds, there may still be a bridge. If she shuts down completely, you need to ask yourself, is she still here with me? Or just here physically? You can't force attraction, but you can lead with presence and let her feel what she's losing if she keeps pulling away. 3. Her posture shifts when you're near. When a woman is emotionally engaged, her body naturally opens up toward you. She leans in when you speak, her shoulders are relaxed, and her feet or torso point in your direction, even when she's not aware of it. This body language signals comfort, safety, and emotional availability. But when something shifts inside her, when her feelings start to change, or when she's hiding emotional involvement with someone else, her posture changes. She may cross her arms more often. She may lean away from you slightly or angle her body away during conversations. These are not random movements. They're protective signals, signs she's closing off emotionally, even if she's still smiling or speaking kindly. As a man, you need to learn to read these signals without overreacting. Don't assume the worst, but don't ignore the pattern either. If her body no longer feels relaxed around you, if she seems tense, turned away, or distant, it's a sign you need to rebuild safety and connection. Start by being fully present when you're with her. Don't force closeness. Invite it by being calm, confident, and grounded. Speak less, observe more. Ask yourself, is she leaning in because she wants to, or leaning away because she's afraid to be seen? True masculine leadership doesn't chase. It draws her back through stillness, clarity, and emotional strength. 4. Her phone behavior becomes secretive. In today's world, the phone is more than just a tool. It's a mirror of emotional loyalty. When a woman starts becoming overprotective of her phone, it's rarely just a coincidence. If she suddenly keeps it face down, takes it with her into the bathroom, or gets nervous when you come near while she's texting, her body is visibly guarding something. And if this behavior didn't exist before, it's not paranoia to question it, it's awareness. She may not be cheating physically, but she could be emotionally involved elsewhere, sharing intimate thoughts, photos, or conversations that she knows you wouldn't approve of. Her body language, shielding the screen, hiding it behind her back, locking it faster than usual, reveals what words won't. She's not being transparent anymore. Now, this doesn't mean you storm in and demand passwords. That's not masculine. That's insecure. Instead, address the emotional root, disconnection and loss of trust. The key is to create space for honesty without becoming controlling. Say something like, I've noticed you become more private with your phone lately. Is there something we need to talk about? Speak with calm, not fear, because here's the truth. A man who is centered and secure never chases loyalty. He observes it. If she's hiding something, you'll know by her reaction. If she's drifting, it's better to see it clearly now, not after damage is done. And if she respects your strength, your presence will make her question what she's doing before she crosses the line. 5. Forced or fake smiles. A woman's real smile is hard to fake. It lights up her whole face, reaches her eyes, and reflects joy, playfulness, or closeness. You knew that smile once. It was effortless, vibrant, and full of life. But when a woman starts to feel emotionally distant, she may still smile, out of habit, politeness, or guilt, but it won't feel the same. Her lips move, but her eyes don't follow. Her laughter is shorter, flatter. It's as if she's playing a role she no longer feels inside. This is a critical signal most men miss because they hear the laugh or see the grin and think everything's fine. But the truth is, forced smiles are emotional camouflage, a mask to hide boredom in a conflict or the beginning of detachment. If you notice this change, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Instead of trying harder to make her laugh, focus on what's missing emotionally. Ask yourself, when did her energy change? When did her joy stop being real around me? Then open a space for vulnerability. Bring back emotional presence. Be curious, not reactive. You can say something like, you smiled just now, but I felt like your heart wasn't in it. Is everything okay between us? This type of reflection shows her that you see more than the surface, that you feel her energy, and often just knowing that you're aware and emotionally present is enough to break the wall, because a woman who feels emotionally seen again is more likely to reconnect and stop pretending. 6. Increased grooming or attention to appearance, but not for you. When a woman starts putting more effort into her appearance, it's not always a red flag. Women naturally go through phases of self-care. But what makes this sign different is the disconnect between her appearance and your place in it. If she suddenly changes her style, buys new lingerie, wears makeup at unusual times, or starts going to the gym more often, but shows little to no interest in your opinion, that's worth paying attention to. If she used to ask, "How do I look?" before going out, and now she just leaves quietly. If she gets dressed up but doesn't try to attract your attention anymore, It could mean she's redirecting her desire to be seen and desired elsewhere. She's not just dressing up, she's presenting herself for someone or something outside the relationship. So how should you handle this shift? First, stay calm. Don't jump to accusations. Instead, re-engage her emotionally and sensually. Compliment her. Notice her again. Say things like, "You look amazing today. I missed seeing you like that." But more importantly, watch her reaction. If she lights up from your compliment, there's still emotional connection, and maybe she just wanted to feel beautiful again. But if she seems distant, uninterested, or even annoyed by your attention, it's a sign that her need for validation has moved away from you. At that point, the issue is not her outfit, it's her emotional orientation. And that's where your focus should be, restoring the connection or preparing to confront the truth with strength and clarity. 7. She rarely faces you during conversations. In emotionally connected couples, even during simple conversations, the body naturally orients toward each other. When a woman is engaged, her torso, head and feet tend to face you, even unconsciously. It shows openness, attentiveness, and emotional availability. But when a woman starts feeling distant, emotionally or mentally, she often begins to turn away physically, even if she doesn't realize it. She may speak while walking out of the room, keep her back turned while answering your questions, or multitask during discussions that used to deserve her full attention. It may seem small, but it's not. Her body is saying, "This moment doesn't matter." And that tells you she's not just distracted, she's emotionally disconnected. To respond to this, don't chase her attention or complain. Instead, notice the pattern calmly, then bring presence back to the interaction. The next time she speaks while walking away, stop her gently and say, "Let's sit down and talk, Guy. I'd like to really connect with you." If she resists, gets annoyed, or avoids sitting face to face, you now have your answer. She's actively avoiding emotional closeness. That's the moment to step into masculine leadership, not with force, but with strength. Let her feel that you're not desperate, but you are aware and unafraid to confront the truth, because real men don't just react to what's said, they pay attention to what's not said, and what her body has been whispering all along. Outro. These signs don't always mean she's cheating, but they always mean something's off. And the worst mistake a man can make is to ignore these silent red flags until it's too late. Start paying attention. Don't confront with rage. Observe with calm clarity. The man who sees clearly acts wisely. Share this video with a man who needs to hear it. Tell me in the comments which sign you've noticed before. Subscribe if you want to decode women with clarity and protect your emotional world. And yes, this is a real video we created, not AI fluff. YouTube, if you're listening, this is authentic content made to help men become wiser. Next up, caught too late, 10 subtle signs she's already cheating. Watch that video now if you want to go deeper.